Hi Forest Hill Retrievers, how's everybody doing today? I am absolutely amazing and I hope you are too. I am super excited to teach you reading today. Even though it is only the 10th day of kindergarten, you are already readers. Readers who can read and learn about the world. Today, I want to teach you that whenever you read a book, you read the front cover, and then you read the first page, the next page, and the next page, and you keep going all the way until you get to the end. So, I am going to read to you today this book, and let's study the cover for a few minutes. So, I'm going to look at, I see that there's a lady there, and if you look at her face and her body language, try to figure out maybe how she's feeling in this picture. What do you think? How do you think she's feeling? What do you think? Who do you think she is? Let's open it up and see if we can find out some more clues and just take a little sneak peek on the first couple pages. Oh, okay, so there's an animal, right, who's getting really dirty. Oh, and another animal, so let's see, a cow, a pig, who's also getting dirty. Oh, and a duck. So, I looked at the first couple pages, I looked at her, and I think maybe she's a woman who lives on a farm with lots of animals. She looks kind of mad. I wonder if it's because the animals keep getting dirty. We are going to read to find out. But see how Mrs. Cooney has studied the cover and took a little sneak peek on the first couple pages to see what it's about? I want you to do that when you're reading your books. Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Story by Joy Cowley. Illustrations by Elizabeth Fuller. Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Story by Joy Cowley. Illustrations by Elizabeth Fuller. "Oh, lovely mud," said the cow, and she jumped in. "Oh, lovely mud," said the pig, and he rolled in it. "Oh, lovely mud," said the duck, and she paddled in it. Along came Mrs. Wishy-Washy. "Just look at you," she screamed. "In the tub you go." In went the cow, wishy-washy, wishy-washy. In went the pig, wishy-washy, wishy-washy. In went the duck, wishy-washy, wishy-washy. "That's better," said Mrs. Wishy-Washy, and she went into the house. Away went the cow, away went the pig, away went the duck. Where do you think they're gonna go? "Oh, lovely mud," they said. All right, boys and girls, I hope you like that story. That's one of my favorites. When we studied the cover of this book, you can do that also when you're reading nonfiction books, books where we learn about the world. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to look at the title of this book and look at the front cover. And I'm going to try to figure out what the title says. So I'm looking at that, and I'm looking on the cover, and I see lots of bugs. So maybe the title is The Bug Book. The bug book. But then I see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 words, so maybe it can't be that. I'm gonna do a little sneak peek in the book to see if I can figure out more of what this book might be about. I can tell it's gonna be about bugs. All right, so I see the letter A there, and I'm looking. Okay. Oh, wow, look. B and C. And I would go through and I would look at this book, and then if Mrs. Cuneo looks all the way at the end on the last 2 pages, I see a Y and I see a Z. So it has A, B, C, D, and then at the very end, Y to Z. So maybe it's has the alphabet in it, because I know that that's the alphabet, the bug alphabet book. But then I'm looking closer at the letters there, and I'm looking at these bugs. They are bugs. The beetle alphabet book. So then you would think in your mind as the reader, this book is going to teach me a lot of information about different kinds of beetles and go through the whole alphabet of the names of those beetles and bugs. Today, when you're reading an epic, I want you to find nonfiction books, books that teach us about the world. So I'm going to show you some examples of what I mean. And I know that some of you out there already have been reading the nonfiction books in EPIC because Mrs. Cuneo saw that in her homeroom, and I'm sure that the other classes have been too. So when you do that, I also want you to make sure that you are studying the cover, the title page, and trying to figure out what the title might be, what the books might be about. So I'm just going to show you some examples of what Mrs. Cuneo means by nonfiction books, are books that teach us about the world, and they teach us real facts. And a lot of times on the cover, you can already tell what it's going to teach you about. Wild animals. Oh, what about that one? You know what this one's going to teach you about, right? Say it out loud if you know. Yes, dogs. And then this one is going to teach about signs that are all around us in our everyday life. All right, so today in EPIC, that's what I want you to focus on. I want you to read non-fiction books, and I want you to really study the cover, just like we did in Mrs. Wishy-Washy, and then we took a sneak peek, and just like we did in the Beetle Alphabet book. And remember, I want you to read the cover first, and then I want you to read the first page, and the next page, and the next page, and don't skip any pages all the way until you get to the end of the book and to the back cover. And I want you to put all of the pages together so that you really understand more what you're reading. All right, so for your assignment, for your independent work that I want you to turn in this week in reading, I want you to take a nonfiction book that you read. If you read more than one, you can pick your favorite, and get a little piece of paper. I used an index card. You could use a Post-it note. You could use any paper that you have. And just write a word on what you learned about. So if you were reading this book, you would write dogs. So just write a word. I did for the Beetle Alphabet book, I did mine for bugs. And then I drew just a little picture, just a little sketch of what I learned about in that book. I want you to do that, and that's what I want your assignment to be, that you upload onto our Padlet for your work that you turn in for reading today. All right, so in your reading, when you're reading EPIC, I want you to spend some time reading by yourself privately, and then I want you to spend some of the time reading with a partner if you have somebody available that you can read with. Happy reading, kindergartners. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Keep working hard, and your reading level is going to go whoop, upward and onward. Now, if we didn't spend time reading, guess where your reading level would go? Blah. So show Mrs. Cuneo, where do you want it to go? upward and onward. Whoop! So keep on reading your books to increase your reading level, to go upward and onward. And I'm super proud of you, and I hope that you have a most fabulous day ever. And thank you for being such good listeners to my reading lesson today. I can't wait to teach you again. See you soon.